When the Food and Drug Administration determines a product poses a threat to public health, they don't simply wait for a voluntary recall. They initiate a federal seizure, a precise legal maneuver used to forcibly remove dangerous goods from the marketplace. Rather than targeting a company or its executives, the FDA proceeds under in rem jurisdiction. This means the defendant is the physical product on the pallet. The legal authority for this action is established under Title 21 of the United States Code, Section 334. Under Section 334, the government asks a federal court to formally condemn the article. If approved, United States Marshals physically take possession of the goods and place them in the constructive custody of the court. But warehouses and manufacturing centers are dynamic environments. Forklifts are constantly moving pallets into shipping lanes, making physical evidence a moving target. The strength of an investigation degrades quickly. New lots arrive and mix with contaminated inventory. Violative goods are shipped to consumers, or facility managers scrub away the very conditions the investigators documented. To capture a legally binding snapshot of a violation before it disappears, the FDA engineered a strict 23-day rapid approval architecture. The success of a seizure relies on this synchronization, converting a field discovery into a legal maneuver that outpaces the facility's own operational clock. Before this 23-day clock can start, the agency must define the exact scope of the target. A lot-specific seizure targets one identified batch. An open-ended seizure covers all units of a specific product, regardless of the batch number, because the violation is expected to be continuous. The highest stakes tier is the mass seizure. A mass seizure involves taking all FDA-regulated products at a facility. This is used when the goods share a compromised environment or result from a systemic failure in manufacturing. These systemic actions are often based on 21 U.S.C. 342A4, which covers goods held under widespread insanitary conditions. Mass seizures are bound by a strict evidentiary constraint, known as the 30-day rule. Evidence of these violative conditions cannot be older than 30 days when the case is transmitted to the U.S. Attorney, or the legal basis for the seizure fails. Because of this 30-day evidentiary cliff, traditional sequential government routing is impossible. This deadline forces the FDA to adopt a streamlined structural model. The FDA's operational solution to this constraint is the Preliminary Assessment, or PA, call. This synchronous event replaces the old bureaucratic system of passing serial memorandums between isolated departments. The call includes the ORA field investigators and their compliance branch management. They are joined by technical representatives from the centers, such as CDER for drugs or CFSAN for food. The network is completed by the Division of Enforcement and the Office of Chief Counsel. On this call, participants must align on jurisdictional proof, public health risk, and the overall legal charge scheme. The technical center is mandated to immediately identify and retain a scientific expert. This expert evaluates the facts and identifies any weaknesses in the evidentiary chain before the Department of Justice is involved. This call locks these 4 separate federal branches into a single synchronized countdown. The timeline now moves toward T10, 10 working days from the moment evidence was collected. By this 10th day, the lead coordinator must draft the Case Initiation Memorandum, or CIM. The CIM and all raw physical evidence are uploaded into the agency's tracking system, MARCS CMS. MARCS CMS is the centralized database and nervous system that enables the concurrent review process. For the next 13 days, all branches work simultaneously within this system, rather than waiting for sequential handoffs. During this window, the center validates the scientific rationale and finalizes the expert opinion memorandum. Simultaneously, the Office of Chief Counsel drafts the formal legal pleadings and the consent decree, merging the center's scientific data directly into the legal documents. To manage potential conflicts, the system includes a safety valve, the ad hoc committee. If consensus fails, this committee is immediately triggered to step in and resolve disputes, an action which officially tolls or pauses the 23-day clock. This concurrent review model compresses months of traditional vetting into 13 days of high-pressure execution. At T+23, the internal timeline reaches its conclusion. These parallel workstreams coalesce into one unified evidentiary package. The primary output is a scientifically vetted complaint for forfeiture. This is accompanied by the formal letter to the U.S. Attorney, cleared and signed by the Chief Counsel's office. Right before filing, ORA must confirm a final logistical detail, that the lot is still physically available in the warehouse. With the goods verified, the transfer of 𝗬𝗏 occurs as the package moves from the FDA to the Department of Justice. Once the case is filed, the court directs the United States Marshal to execute the warrant for arrest against the article. A modern FDA seizure is never an ad hoc field decision. It is the technical output of a 23-day project management engine designed to outpace the degradation of evidence.